Toys, 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 manly toys, 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 toys,
and TV and movies too. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. It is the Toy Duo team coming to you live every Saturday at noon. Today we're going to talk about action figure reveals, all the TV and movie news you didn't know you needed. We got the creator spotlight coming back this week. And let's see. And maybe we'll have time to play Name It in 30 seconds. And if we get time for that, we got a special part of that because we probably will be doing a giveaway as part of that. Anyways, what we got? Yeah, John Dre the Giant is here.
Hello.
Hey.
Dr. Rickopolis, bid.
Biddy, 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 biddy.
Oh, is that what it is? Biddy. I thought you were bidding. And tubing makes me feel good. Dan is back from his tubing adventure on the wild rapids of
Noblesville, Indiana.
Is that where Oakhurst Park was?
No, that was actually a neighborhood in my town, and I've never came out of that particular street. We were going and dropping off something for my wife that somebody bought from her, and we came out, and I looked over, and I said, "Oh, what the heck?"
That's so funny.
Was it on Hayburn Avenue?
No, there is a Vernon Avenue, like not even like 2 miles from where I live.
Oh, there's got to be.
Why don't you move there? You need to move there. Then.
It's a business area, so nothing. There's nothing to write home about in that area. Anyway, let's say hi to Ricardo, and we'll say hi to Jumpy McClunky, Mr. B, and looks like those are all the folks that joined us this week. I'm sure people will come in as we get going. We know we're competing this week with a live stream for brand new in the box, old Star Wars stuff.
Whoa.
Oh, toys and collectibles. So like, if you have money to spend, you should head on over there and see if you can afford to buy all the toys that I can't afford to get.
I forgot that was going on.
Yep. They needed to do more advertising, I think. I just saw it this morning. I was like, oh, what's this?
I knew about it. I just forgot it was going on.
Well, that comes with age, John.
Yeah.
It's something very similar, yeah.
All right, same time Toys has joined us. Anyways, we like to start the show with something we call Bragging Camp. Do you know where this title of this segment came from, by the way?
Do you know?
Right? Did it come from Bragging Camp?
Yes, from have you seen this thing with Zach Galifianakis where it's like between two ferns?
Oh yeah.
And he does this thing. He goes, "How's Bragging Camp going for you?" When he has somebody talking about something. Anyways, that's where it comes from. Does anybody have anything they want to show off this week?
Well, I'll show something from my latest video that if you want to see more, you can go on and see more. But we have.
Ooh, look at that helicopter.
Oh.
These are adventure people.
Adventure people helicopter flying through the screen.
With real working propellers.
Yeah.
You know what would be a really cool? You know what would be a really cool photo, John, is if you took that adventure dude out and just loaded that up with a bunch of your GI Joes with their weapons standing on the skids and stuff like that. That like they were flying in for some sort of a battle.
Yeah. Okay.
He's like, yeah, okay, I'm not going to do it, but whatever.
That would be. I'll see what I can do.
Northern Nomad says that's the best copter.
What up, suckers? He's still calling us suckers.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And there's a whole. I got a whole lot of adventure people, and there's a video on the channel right now.
Nice.
And it was a great purchase. Really nice lady named Barbara, and she had me send pictures of my displays and all this stuff. It was funny. She was really interested in everything.
I think they should bring back adventure people.
Yeah.
Have you seen today? I didn't get any pictures for the hot or not section, but Lanyard's going to be redoing the sports figures. They're going to be coming up.
But instead of Lanyard's making the core, Fisher Price should make adventure people, but like instead of all the vehicles being from like the 1960s and 70s,
Update 'em.
they can be updated like a modern.
And we could
and-
do more points of articulation on them.
Nah.
I mean, do you want a bunch of figures where one dude's like this all the time?
Yes,
No. They
Yes.
need to do something with
especially if they
that.
have a hammer-shaped head.
All right. Okay. Rick has something he's showing off.
Oh yeah, these cool customs by Lax Sivrak.
Oh, you showed those last week.
Yeah.
Yeah, a couple.
Yeah,
weeks
but
ago.
they
That's
deserve a
pretty cool.
closer look, right?
Now they're so
Do we
cool.
deserve to see them again? Yeah.
He didn't autograph them, which I was a little disappointed on.
Would you have liked him to write his name on the foot?
Yeah, so I'm gonna spend $80 American and ship them back. So
He can put his
autograph
name on
them,
the foot. Tell him to transpose one of the letters.
and then pay another $70 to ship them back to me.
Perfect.
That
That's
way, they're worth $300 when I resell them because I paid so much in shipping.
That's a
Right?
fantastic.
I think
how
you
it
could
works,
validate that.
All right.
No new pickups. I'm waiting for my 6-inch hammerhead to come in, as I know it's due. Like I think
Nice.
the 1st of September here, and I think those Acolyte retros are not too far behind.
Cool. Dan, do you have anything?
It's not really figure, but it's a kind of a collectible. We did have an art show here locally. I don't even know if you're going to be able to see it, but I got this
Oh, that's
little
a
coin.
coin, right?
Yeah.
Those coins are cool.
See if I could get it to. So it's got a. And I wish I could get this focus. It's got a really.
Oh,
Oh, there
there
it
it
goes.
Ooh, look at
Oh
that.
yeah, yeah.
That's cool.
No on one side, and of course, yes on the other.
Wow.
That's
Is that
pretty
from that-
cool,
that's-
actually.
Tom Cruise Religion Club.
I like
Yeah,
like coin.
Scientology. I'm not sure.
that's cool.
I
Yes, it
think they
could
use
be.
Scientology on Vern's channel.
I do like coins and stuff like that. That's
Oh,
pretty
I
cool.
love me some challenge coins. I got a bunch.
All right, and then I'll show off what I got. So I did get the hammerhead. I do have a review on my channel, and the coolest thing about this is the head sculpts are different,
Mm-hmm.
right? So I thought that was pretty good. I was totally expecting it just to basically be this guy without the fancy
Me too.
robes. So it's really nice that they updated the head.
Yeah, I thought it was great that I saw that video, and I thought it was great that they did a whole new head for him.
What I need you to confirm, Vern, is I don't have your custom hammerhead close by, but the Jar Jar upper arm, could that work as a replacement to that sleeve?
I would have to look at the two figures.
Yeah.
So just so you know, like my room's still kind of in shambles a little bit, but anyways, this is kind of
It
my.
takes forever. Mine's been in shambles for months.
This is another one of my pickups I wanted to show off. So this is from Ross.
A place to put dead guys.
So if you if it's like a spice rack thing, but the cool
Yeah.
thing about it is it'll sit back on the shelf, then it will, then it can like turns, right? So you can like turn it. Has these like little areas here, which I'm planning to stick like accessories, weapons, that type of stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
Put
yeah.
stuff in it.
And the cool
So you got that at Ross?
yeah. And so the other thing that I like about it is when you stand your guys on there, they could be at like different levels.
Yeah.
And I think
Now
that
stand it
looks
now.
pretty good. Yeah. So just a little deco idea.
No, it's a good piece. You should do a
messing
video
around.
on that.
Is that about 12 inches?
So where do you put all your spices?
Those are all in a drawer.
They're all boxed away in the attic.
They're all boxed. No, but I also get these you know how you guys get those little plastic stands and stuff like that? At Ross, they sell usually like these little plastic pieces that go in the refrigerator where you could organize your fruits or eggs or whatever.
Yep.
If you flip them over, they're flat on the bottom and they
Right.
sit and they make like a perfect little stand where you can get like some different height out of it. And
What's good
usually-
about those too is like you said, Ross, anywhere, Walmart, you
Yeah.
can see clear ones, black
Yes.
ones, gray ones. So you can change up your displays just with some $3, $5 little
Yeah, these are usually like in a 3-pack for $5.99. So I mean that's
spoon holders, right?
pretty good. Thanks, Jumpy. I appreciate
Jumpy said,
that.
nice rack.
Oh
Huh?
yeah.
All right. Anyways, let's we'll move on to the crowdfunds of the
Oh
week.
my goodness.
And in a surprise
Whoa.
announcement, the Superpowers has funded 111%. And the way that they did that was they just lowered the amount that they needed to be less than what it was. But here's what's amazing. As soon as they lowered it down and had the 100%, yeah, it's got 7 more days. So they lowered the amount to 145 to whatever it was last week. But since then, it has then garnered about $15,000 more.
Yeah.
Right. So like it had been slowly climbing 140, 144,
almost 200 more people backed it.
Yeah. Yeah. And then as soon as they just said, we're going to do it, all of a sudden everybody jumped in.
And did you see the other Kickstarter he did?
Yeah. So here's my theory.
5 minutes it made it.
Yeah. So here's my theory on this. I think he made so much money on this Kickstarter that he just said, we'll just fund that other thing.
More or less. It's
crap.
Yeah, this
had 5,000 backers in like the first few minutes.
Yeah, this thing had a goal of like $100,000, and
yeah, and they made $1 million.
Yeah, over $1 million. Yeah, it's just crazy. I watched it for like I did screen record for like 10 seconds, and I watched it go up like thousands of dollars just in like 9 seconds.
Yeah, right. He posted a cool little short video on all the social medias. Todd McFarlane did, and the armor's like magnetic and stuff. Like he's going all the way with some of the so it's what is it, $58 or something like that. But I mean,
well, no,
3 or 4 different heads and multiple weapons. And
here's the crazy part: it's $58 plus shipping. So your pledge has to be $83.
Because it's $25 shipping.
Yeah. But if you saw that video that Rick's talking about, he was sitting in the yard and he pulled out the box. It does look fantastic. It's like a fold out. On one side are all the weapons and accessories, and then the figures on the other side. It does look really, really good.
And you can tell how far along he is in the production process. Yeah. Like those boxes, those were final boxes. Those weren't like test prints from Staples or whatever. Like those were full on foil and gloss packaging, perforated and folds and Velcro and whatever you want to call it. And it's coming like same with those retros he showed. Like those are photos of final products. They're not just computer renders. And there's other videos and stock photos of the Manta ship and stuff. They're already built. Like it's weird. He's doing these Kickstarters, but the day that this is launched, he's already showing off like the final box and test molded figures and painted, and like how is he so far ahead and he hasn't made a penny off it yet? Yeah,
he's probably was like, these are going to get made one way or another. And he showed off like a prototype at Comic-Con with Keanu Reeves or whatever. Yeah. So I imagine like these prototypes get pretty much done so that he can take these pictures and everything and get everything ready, situated and ready to go.
Yeah, of course there is 3D printed prototypes, hand painted, for the purposes like this, but it just seems like McFarlane in some cases it's just much further along. Even when he announces pre-orders, during the week, like here's a new Batman number 482.
Right.
A week later, it's already shipping, or people find it in GameStop. Like, so he's already got press photos, and so his pre-orders in most cases are not 11 months away like Hasbro's have been for most cases.
Right.
Yeah.
It's different.
Hey, so let's say hi to Storyteller 0111. KJ Smith is in here. We got David R. jumped in. Who else am I missing? Paul Morales. Let's see. Same Time Toys. Northern Nomad. He was calling us suckers.
So who's backing it? Anybody?
No, because it's $83, and it's out of my scale. If it was a 6-inch scale, then maybe. I know that Spawn, potentially could be just a bigger dude, but I just think it's too big. I mean, if you look right here in this shelf, I have my Indiana Jones stuff, and over here is that like Tomb Raider figure. That's I Let me do this. It's that Tomb Raider from the video game, came in that set. So it's like the Play Arts Kai or whatever, and that's
yeah.
7. Yeah, it just doesn't, I mean, there's not a whole lot you can do with that. All right. Anyways, Dan, are you in?
I'm debating. So, I mean, man, I don't want to pay $110 for the autograph one. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of teetering here.
All right.
Yeah, the autograph options I think are a pretty neat option. Like it's an option. You don't have to, pay the full $100 or whatever. But so it's pretty cool being, a big comic artist and stuff like that. Like not just like some random employee of a toy company or.
Yeah, I mean it's supposed to be hand signed, right? So
yeah. I mean, that's one way to go. You can always buy the $58 version and then find him at a convention. See if he'll sign it.
Or that.
Yeah, maybe get a free autograph instead of paying.
Yeah.
Hand and limb.
Anyways, I thought this was pretty cool, especially I've never been a Spawn collector, so when I watched it just like skyrocket, it made me realize, man, there are a lot of Spawn fans out there.
Yeah, I'm blown away by the $1 million. Almost $1.5 million that he made. That's just nuts.
Yeah, that is crazy, but pretty awesome. So glad to see that.
I was wondering, so did he have an amount that he wanted to sell?
He had $100,000 goal.
He just had the 100,000 goal, but not a number of backers, is what you're saying. Okay.
Right. Yeah.
Because it's kind of weird to me, like, was this 100,000 goal just for the tooling and the manufacturing agreement?
He probably paid half of that. In my mind, for the
that was a little bit of profit in there as well. Yeah. Okay.
That's my guess.
Yeah.
Right.
So now he's sitting there going. Now he's sitting there going, "Holy crap! I made like $1,400,000 profit off this."
He only had to tool one figure.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Right. So he's just
no licensing fees at all.
Yeah, and 3 paint jobs. So I mean, that's pretty cool.
And he probably had an agreement ahead of time with the manufacturing company, you know what I mean, in China.
Yeah, that's my guess.
Which is where he got that dollar amount so he knew he would be comfortable being able to do it, All
right, let me see something. Hold on.
Yeah, I think Misa Jar Jar arms would work to make a cool sleeveless hammerhead, but he's not very vascular, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, you just have to paint that thing up.
Well, you got to sculpt some veins in,
No, you don't need to do that.
Like, it's got to be.
Just use the Hulk arms.
Yeah, big forearms.
Oh, use She-Hulk arms.
Yeah, they're pretty big.
Yeah, that might work. All right, anyways. And then we got the second tier on the Cobra Rattler from G.I. Joe Classified. Has like a little over 14,600 backers as of this morning, 16 more days. What are your guys' guesses on whether or not they can pick up the additional backers they need to get to tier 3?
No question.
You don't think so? You think
they'll get it? No, they'll get it.
No, they'll get it. It'll be even if it's the last day, it'll get it. Because I mean, I felt for sure that Cantina was not going to back, and then the last 2 hours, it got like 15,000 backers.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
Now, it surprised me though how many people wanted those squadron patches because it got to that tier quick.
I don't think that.
Just for those patches.
But yeah.
I mean, they wanted to make sure that tier got unlocked. Anyways, I think that's pretty good. It was about 1,000 backers over the last week.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's see. And I think that was it.
Yeah, I'm just saving up for one bread car lab.
This is the last tier, 18,000 backers. So 16, 17, 18, less than 2,500 to go.
Yeah, they'll get there.
Yeah, okay.
I thought she had another head that had the helmet on.
Yeah, she does. I just don't have a picture of it in there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know there were 2 hair heads.
I think, probably the hair comes off because it's probably I remember that with some of the other figures. Yeah, That's what they
My
did
hair
with
came off too once.
Lady J and stuff like that. Yeah, yeah,
and the one that's coming with the dragonfly has the hair that comes off
yeah.
because she has
Wild
hair.
Bill, Wild Bill.
No.
Oh, the girl. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
because
know
she
what you
has
mean.
the hair that goes on with the headphones.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. Okay, and then this part of the show will
Yeah, I one thing real quick with the Rattler is that I actually kind of wish it would end real sooner than it's going to, because right now, today, I have the money. If an unexpected bill comes up in a week or two, I could have to spend money and then not have it at all. You know what I mean?
John's like, I feel like going shopping. I feel like going
I
shopping.
want to
No, I
pay
can't
for
go
it
shopping.
right now.
I
That's
can't
since
go
I have
shopping.
the money.
Groceries.
Yeah.
Rick's waiting.
Well, no. Like next week, I'll go to some store and the engine will blow up on the car.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then I'll be like, crap, I got to pay for an engine. I can't buy the Rattler. But if I paid for it now, I'd be like, it's all set, you know?
Rick's waiting out ramen bread truck, which we'll talk about when we get to the hot or not section. But yeah, that thing's going to be kind of cool.
And my 12-inch Batman shipped, the 1989 Hot Toys.
Oh, that's cool.
Cool.
So I should have it. Should have it soon. It's shipped.
Nice.
And I'm hoping I'll have my Aces of Aviation figure for next week.
Did you get a shipping notice or anything yet?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's
you got a shipping? Cool.
It's already left overseas, so it's on its way over here.
Now, here's the funny part is I was not at Aces of Aviation until I saw like the Top Gun stuff, and then oh man, I mean that's pretty cool to get, but I had already had this like head sculpt that I had gotten.
Oh wow.
So
Vern Cruise.
Yeah.
Dang him.
So if it's Tom Cruise as an action figure in 6-inch scale, should he be 5 inches tall?
Yes, that's why I use.
And then you just stand him on a milk crate.
Cardboard one there.
David beat me to it.
Does that fit in it?
Yeah, he's gotta be like a good foot shorter than everybody else.
Put it over here. I have to ship those two things.
I actually watched the
No,
Tom
put it right
Cruise
on that one. I have to ship
this
that one
week.
too.
It was The Last Samurai.
Oh, and did you like it?
Of course I will. Yeah.
Well, I knew I saw it like in the 90s whenever it came out. And I watched it and I'm like, wow, this is like Shogun, but in the 2-hour format.
Right.
So but yeah, it was good because it has the same actor as in Shogun too.
Sure.
Which I'm just like, oh, I'm watching this right now. And I stopped what I was doing and I watched it right then and there when I saw he was in that movie. And I'm like, oh shit.
All right.
Because now they're talking about making season 2. And the place where they made season 1 here in Port Moody, close by me here, it was an old winery right like on the inlet of the ocean.
They just bulldozed it down, didn't they?
They just bulldozed it down because they're talking about making more of the village and stuff like that.
Well, maybe they could just film in the village. It'll be like set 100 years later, and they'll be like, "Look."
Well, the village
modernized.
they tore down the village that they did build because they're just temporary for filming, right? And they had no idea they're making a season 2. Like again, this is 2 years ago, so now it's going to happen. They might make some more seasons. There's a good chance they'll film here again, and your rumors are already floating around. So I'm excited. I need to go be an extra in it as just some big ugly white guy in the background.
Bender Rodriguez is saying that movie came out in 2003, but it's new to Rick.
What? Well, that's 20 years ago, 21 years ago. Jesus.
Yeah, that's a good movie. I liked it. Okay, and talking about movies, this is this week's episode of the TV and movie news you did not know you needed. So the big news this week was that Star Wars Acolyte was not renewed for a season 2.
What?
It was not.
No.
So what I did was I immediately went to change.org and wrote up this petition. And it currently, as of this morning, still has only one person who signed it. And that is me. But there's another petition calling Renew the Acolyte. And 20,000 people have signed that one for some reason. But here's the thing. They don't make it public until you get a minimum of 5 signatures. So basically, no one can go search for mine. You have to follow my link to it. And basically, nobody that follows me is like interested in the Acolyte, obviously. Right.
Well, I didn't know you had it up. I'll go sign your petition.
Yeah, send it, man. I'll sign it.
One thing I want to say about news like this, and it's not just because of the topic, but the topic tends to be something that people trend to talk
Sure.
about on the social media verse. So it came out from Deadline, which is like a fake, not a magazine. It's an internet website that used to be a magazine,
Sure.
where they said, our sources said, this show's canceled or not been renewed, however they worded it. And then it went viral on the YouTubes to all the haters and canceled and we won and yay and all this stuff. And it's like nowhere from any official source
is it canceled, right?
has it been revealed that they're not even doing a season 2 or.
Well, here's what I suspect. So like there was a show called Timeless on NBC, and it was about these group of people who had like a little orb and they could travel through time. Well, this one faction steals this time machine. So they have to put this ragtag team together. They go get a historian and a military dude or whatever. And then the guy who made the thing is like now going to be their pilot. And they have to go like track this thing in the past. And they're tracking it by things that have changed in history. And the only way they know is because the historian lady knows what's changed, something like that. So they're traveling through time trying to stop these people from messing up. It got canceled after season 1. A change.org petition got NBC to do a season 2.
Guess where it was filmed?
Yeah, in Vancouver. And then what happened was it got canceled after season 2, but NBC, in their infinite wisdom, I don't think wanted to go through this whole petition thing again. So they just ordered a 2-hour movie to sort of close up the storyline, right? And I thought that was the best thing they could do, because now nobody talked about it after that. You just watched the movie, it was over, the good guys won, whatever. So in this situation where we say like Acolyte's canceled, if it is, right, there's some loose ends.
Oh,
but
sure.
People don't have to
wide open.
Yeah, but people don't have to be worried, I think, about the loose ends that they were concerned with, right? We definitely are going to know what happened to that guy with the big ears at the very end of Acolyte, right? I mean, that's not a secret. They'll pick up parts probably from this story and put them into a different story.
There is a book now available to pre-order, but it's before the Acolyte. It's on that green-haired Master Vern when she was going through whatever, some stuff she went through, but it just got revealed the other day. No cover yet, but it's, the next canon story attached to this is before.
Right.
I don't know exactly how many years, but there's a brief little blurb, Master Vern, this and that. And so
we could get Saul and them back again, because honestly, like canceling this show in my mind was like, okay, well, it doesn't, I mean, there's only 4 people who would ever even come back for a season 2.
Because they're all dead. Yeah.
So maybe the season 2 is some new story, and then these people just happen to be involved in that story. Maybe that's why they're saying,
right? And the way it becomes popular on social media, like they never officially announced or canceled that, Book of Boba Fett is canceled. Mando Series 4 is canceled. Like unless they make why would you make an official statement that says we're killing this brand?
Right.
Which they did with Willow. I think they did make an official statement with Willow saying
that was weird.
Our own selfish reasons, we're not going to have this available to you anymore.
That's the weirdest thing, because I never got a chance to watch it, and so now I'm stuck. I'm never going to see it, potentially. Maybe it'll show up on Max.
It's on the internet.
Yeah. And speaking of Max, Kevin Costner's epic Horizon has, after bombing at the box office and bombing on digital on demand, has been released to HBO Max for free.
Finally,
if you're a subscriber.
With a paid subscription.
Yeah. So if you're
what is it, like 3-4 hours long?
Yeah. Yeah. So if you're interested in sitting on your couch for 3.5 hours and watching absolutely nothing happen, this is the movie for you.
Have you watched it, Vern?
I watched it yesterday because I was like, 1, I like Westerns. 2, I like Kevin Costner in Westerns. And 3, I wanted to see what this epic story was. Now, I'll give you kind of like my short spoiler version. It felt like it's leading to something, but it's
part 2.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's like 3 or 4 merging stories, kind of like, did you see this thing called Babel with like Brad Pitt and stuff back, where there was like all these different people's stories and they all had this one crossover point, but it was all their stories were being told in this movie?
Okay.
Okay, anyway, I think it's kind of like that, but like the Western, because there's like Sellers from Kansas, there's this guy who's like a horse dude, and there's already been a little bit of a crossover. The craziest part about this whole 3-hour thing, though, was like the last 5 minutes was like, I think, cut scenes from what's coming. It didn't.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I didn't see a thing saying like coming in the next Horizon epic. It was just this like cut scene. So I didn't really know for sure. Is this stuff happening? Are they going to end it on a cliffhanger? But it was all action scenes, which this one had like, I think like a few shootouts and stuff like that, but nothing like, you know what I mean? It was just like if you wanted to immerse yourself in the Old West, this is 3 hours of immersing yourself in the Old West. Does that entice anybody to want to run on over? And I mean, you could watch it in like half-hour bits.
Can you watch it at like 3 times speed?
Maybe. I mean, and then just put the closed captions on. I mean, I ended up past.
I don't hate Kevin Costner, but I don't like him as an actor. Like, so because all his movies tend to be 5 hours long and about cowboys and Indians, like all of them.
Uh-huh.
So I don't know. There's not a lot of typecast actors who made it big. He did, but so I'll give him credit for that. But I'm not a huge fan of all of his movies. That, you know, just put it just out.
Well, all you got to do is be a fan of
I
one of
also
his
love
movies
Western.
that he made 4 different ways: Waterworld, The Postman, right?
In a way, yeah. Like you think, Postman was terrible. Dance with Wolves, terrible. And I'm assuming this.
Well, I like Dances with Wolves.
But Waterworld was original. Like it was just
okay. That's a good point. This is
original.
Imagine like Dances with Wolves, right? But just imagine that they made a 9-hour movie, and
it was 9 hours.
Hold on. It wasn't 9 hours, and then they told the story of the lady who gets taken by the Indians, her whole story. But then they tell Costner's whole story about how he enlists and go through like basic training or whatever. And then, you know, maybe like how the Civil War started or something like that. I mean, I'm just trying to like, you know, all the politics behind it or something. I don't know. And then
give it a rewatch. I bet you I would appreciate it more now than a good 10, 20 years ago when I probably last saw it. I walked out of the theater with that one. Yeah. That's the only movie I've ever walked over theater on was Dance with Wolves.
Really? I love that movie. I actually saw that in one of the biggest screens in San Diego before it turned into Good Guys.
Storyteller's
got I did watch a good movie last night.
Okay, go ahead.
Don't remember what it's called, but it's got that young kid from Third Rock from the Sun, and they're like these 2 cops in a small town in America. It's starting to get publicity. I can't remember the name, but it was good. It was entertaining. It had some funny parts in it. You know,
all right, wait.
That was a description of only 150 movies.
Yeah. I'm trying to get a trend here. John, you forgot something also, right?
Jordan Levitt.
What do you mean?
Earlier?
Gordon Levitt. Jordan, whatever.
Forgot what?
Gordon Levitt.
I don't know. Earlier, you were talking about how you forgot something, and I said, "Well, that's because of age."
Oh, yeah.
And then now Rick can't remember the name of it.
And
at least I'm younger than you.
I even forgot what I forgot. So.
Okay, Vern wrote it down.
Wow. Oh, did it have Bruce Willis in it?
No, but it was that same kid from Looper. No, it's a brand new movie like released to Netflix or some streaming service.
Was it the Uber movie?
That guy who did that thing that one time in the movie.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Oh, that narrows it down.
Remember that?
You know what?
I think it literally got released yesterday.
We should have put that in the TV and movie news you didn't know you needed.
What? Because you don't need it.
All right, and then you know what's interesting is like one of the theaters out here is doing this thing called Top Secret Cinema, and so
don't tell you what you're paying for.
Yeah, he basically
blind box movies. I'm out.
You pay for a movie ticket, and then you show up at the theater, and like I guess hours before you find out that you're watching what movie you're watching, but it's supposedly a new release movie that hasn't been out yet. So I think the last one,
man, but like it should, if it's $20, like whatever it
was
costs
it was like it's $7.50.
It should come with free popcorn and a free drink, and
it's a so I'm guessing they're like screenings. And when I was looking back at the history of it, the last one that they did out here, it was that Fly Me to the Moon movie or whatever, the movie where we didn't go to the moon.
I watched that too. That was a great movie.
Was that good? Okay,
I love conspiracy theory stuff, and it's just a fun movie with seems like all good-looking actors in it, which I guess is how movies work now, right?
Right. All right, so I put a link in the chat, and this is the creator spotlight. I was over on Instagram, and I was looking at this guy, Plastic Peeps, and I was Dan follows this guy for sure,
buddy. Yeah.
So
sure I do.
Looking at the pictures there, I thought this one looked pretty cool, so I threw that up there with his profile. I did like this. This actually looks really cool, and I think this is all scale, right? Because that ad is probably super tiny. And it's just like setting up. Thought that one looked really cool. And then the one that actually drew me to his account was he did this picture, which I just think looks really, really cool.
Yeah, great lighting.
Yeah, it's basically all of the Avengers here kind of unmasked.
His posing is amazing. And if
you're saying he's a poser?
Yeah.
Poser.
An elite poser. And some of his female figures are quite provocatively posed.
Yeah, he does have quite a few. I didn't pull any of those pictures.
I just wanted to warn if anybody checks it out. But I don't think he crosses a line or anything. But there's
no need to warn me, Dandy. I'm cool.
Yeah.
So if you give him a follow after seeing him on the Toy Duo, tell him we sent you over.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. I'd like to, some of it's a little. I like the Hulk.
Yeah.
Me and Vern like the Hulk too. Did you know that?
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Okay,
hey, Vern, who would win in a fight? Ed Norton, Incredible Hulk, or the new Smart Hulk guy?
Norton's Hulk. Norton's Hulk.
Smart Hulk.
Yeah, Smart Hulk. Trying to figure out which. Okay. I'm just gonna pull these up. I had to split it into 3 because they were too big. All right.
That's right, Bender.
That's true.
That's right. That's the way it works.
Move.
Norton's Hulk does Jiu-Jitsu.
Jiu-Jitsu.
Well, that's the proper.
With jalapenos.
Sure.
All right. Anyways, let's move into some toys, shall we?
Not.
Yeah. This is the hot or not section of our show. These are the toys. I'm sorry.
Is it?
Yeah. These are the toys that are being peddled to us this week, and we'll go through them. There's going to be, you know what I find? I find that it seems like it's been a really slow couple of weeks for new action figure reveals and stuff like that.
I was kind of thinking that exact thing this morning. I was like, there's nothing new. Like, what new happened? You know, like
new from Hasbro, but
well,
plenty new from Toddy Mac and all.
Yeah, that's what I.
Yeah.
Rick's got it. I was gonna say we can always count on McFarlane for at least 3 or 4 reveals every week.
Just wait till 9 a.m. on any given day. Boom! 3 new Batmans.
Right. All right. So, hot or not section. These are the toys that are being peddled to us this week. We'll kind of go through them and talk about them. This I pulled off a Full Force podcast. If you're a G.I. Joe collector, this is heavy duty head sculpts that are leaked from the factory. So I think they look pretty cool. I'm interested.
They're actually leaked head sculpts. They're not something that.
Is that what it says?
Fan-made.
Yeah, they were leaked.
Okay.
And that, Asian language, does that say?
Well, the funny thing is that like heavy duty was sort of like a modern. Well, I mean, at the time when he came out, he was sort of a modern update for Roadblock,
right?
And so it's I always thought like, well, Classified could easily do him by I mean, they would change the shirt and the pants, but I mean, they could use the same arms and the the basic body.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Didn't they already?
Well, that's why they only had to
Yeah.
leave the head sculpt.
Yeah, exactly. That's why they only have the head sculpt.
But here's what I think is interesting is that
that's
hat.
2 head sculpts.
Yeah, that's the crazy part, right? So that hat and the 2 heads. So will this be the first if we get both of those heads in the in that classified box? Will this be the first time we get 2 heads with a classified besides
classified,
those 40th anniversary or 60th
They like to
anniversary
swap
ones?
hair,
I get what
don't
you're
they?
saying, yeah.
On all the girls
Yeah.
swap hair and hats and.
Yeah, we do get. Oh, I guess somebody that may have had a helmet had a head swap. Like
Serpentor's got an extra head or 2, doesn't he?
he has
Yeah, but he was like
the Once a Man, the newest one.
Oh,
he had
you're
a
right.
head top and a face difference, and he had a back piece. Yeah, so there was a couple ways to do Serpentor.
Okay.
Yeah, free heads.
But what I'm interested in though is, are these kind of like, is the one head sort of a test? Because there's a clear. I mean, I guess that's hair sculpting, right? That clear line that's on the side. But I mean, to me, it's like you could pop that hair off and pop the hat on. I mean,
well, the brim of the hat looks like it's attached to his head. So I
to
wonder.
his head,
if,
yeah.
Here's what I wonder.
I bet if he was
there's
a white
second-
person, they would have swappable hair because there's usually a distinct hairline that's puffy, as opposed to like a black guy, it's just more of a fade.
Okay.
And you're just painting. So it'd be harder to do a sweet fade like that with a removable. You can't remove
You
fade.
just cut me off. I'm wondering, John, if that hat is going to come off and there's going to be another cap piece, maybe that has headphones.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It'll be like a Lego block underneath, right?
Yeah. But that's the only reason I could think of that hat piece would come off, because you're not going to put hair, because the brim looks like it's attached to the head.
Yeah, that is weird looking, eh? Like some weird platypus head sculpt.
Yeah. Well, I think the brim is like turned up in the back or something.
But I do like a backwards cap on an action figure. That's pretty cool.
You wear your cap backwards, the wrong way, backwards.
When I was a child.
Okay. As an adult, have you ever put on a baseball cap?
Oh, why do you think I'm bald? I wore a baseball cap like as an adult, maybe in the rain or something. Because I don't have hair and I like to not get rained on.
Northern Nomad wants to know, does anybody collect Spin Master DC figures? But no, I don't. But I probably will get those.
John does. Yeah, I thought he did.
Figures. Yeah, I do.
I
have a lot of those Spin Master figures.
The Spin Master pops out a 66 Batman, like O-ring or whatever their style is. I'm in for that. I've seen the Batman 89 and I'm like,
yeah,
it's okay. It's not retro-y enough for me, so to speak.
Yeah.
But yeah, they've done most Batmans except Batman 66. So maybe. But I like the scale. It's cheap. Kids got to be buying it because it's cheap, or
they are. Yeah.
Parents got to be buying it because it's like the, $10 or less price point for.
But
toys.
What was funny is when I saw kids in the store buying the Batman Spin Master, it was because they couldn't find an affordable Star Wars figure.
Yeah,
I actually heard a few kids going like, "Those are for dad. Those are for kid, like babies." And he goes, "There's no Star Wars for me." And then the parents are like, "What about these?" And then the kid would be like, "Yeah, I guess I'll get a Batman or something."
These ones are on sale for $5.99.
And now there's Star Wars that are for that age group, and I don't see kids buying them.
All the Mission Fleet are at Ollie's now.
I do see kids. I do go to my toy aisle in Walmart. That's my biggest toy department, and they're all over the Ninja Turtle stuff. Like what is it? Blockheads and Minecraft, but basically all the current kids properties. They do seem pretty popular. Like even all those Hot Wheels monster trucks. I see kids and adults going in all the Hot Wheels, but the monster trucks move. The Ninja Turtles and, like I said, Despicable Me, all the current kids properties tend to sell in my toy stores, but the adult stuff, whether it's Black Series, you know, Marvel Legends, they move but not quick. Like, it's weird. We just got 5 or 6 of those new Night Owl Woman Black Series figure that's really dark blue, and
none of those figures are moving at all.
And they've been there for 4 days in a row now. Like, they're still there.
That droid pack sitting on the shelf at Target. The Target Mando is still sitting around. It's just nuts. Like, they're just not moving.
I know that a lot of us are diehards, but getting expensive, man, to be a completist. If you were, 3, 4, 5 years ago.
All right, if you're an Action Force collector, Series 5 is coming up on a pre-order deadline. This means that after the pre-order ends this August 25th, which is tomorrow, you're going to have to wait for them to restock before you could pick up any the Series 5. So if you want to get them early, got to get your pre-order in by Sunday. No Action Force collectors here. Oh, you know what's interesting about this Action Force? Have you seen the videos on the Vanguard? Have you watched any of the videos on the Vanguard?
Scuba got one. I saw Scuba's video. Yeah.
Okay, so what I thought was interesting about that Vanguard was that turret on the top, where the guy sits up there and he's got a gun. That gun does not have a up and down pivot on it. So you couldn't be in the turret and aim down at somebody who's right up on the vehicle.
On the side of the car, yeah.
Yeah, it moves left and right.
And if an airplane's coming after you, can't shoot it down.
Yeah, you can't shoot up, you can't shoot down, you can only shoot straight. So you got a very limited range on that. So I don't know if that was like a little bit of a design flaw or if it was just impractical to make that extra pivot point just be for breakage or whatever. You know what I mean?
That's interesting that it's interesting that they chose not to do that. Other companies have done that. It doesn't seem that difficult.
Well, I mean, it could have just been like something like that got, maybe it'll get corrected in the future. But I noticed that when I was watching reviews. Anyway, so Ramen is showing off their bread van this week. They have the white version and a black version. We'll go through some of their photos. This is how it scales next to an Aces of Aviation, which if you've seen some of the reviews are perfectly scaled with your classified series figures. So looks just about right to me.
I think that's Dan's figure, and that's why it's late coming to him, because they needed to use Dan's figure.
They had to use it for the picture before they sent it out.
Yeah.
So that's cool. You'll have a treasure. But yeah, I'm all in for this. I just pray the money gods are kind to me this week. Just put it that way, because I want 3. I want the deluxe bread car version with the red pinstripe, and I want the stock white one and the stock black one because I want to turn them into those SSP vans from my childhood.
Oh, the Star Wars ones?
Yeah, and try to make extra stickers and sell them off to fellow nerds like myself.
Oh, yeah, that'd be cool.
It's the same van with the sunroof, and man, it's just awesome.
Yeah. So once
there's so many possibilities, right?
Yeah. So when you get this, you'll be doing the perfecting the sticker pack.
Well, I really want, of course, I want the A-Team style, right? That's my priority. But how cool are the stock white and stock black vans? If you want to make like a
This is the van.
A Punisher van, a Ghostmaster van, a Joker van, a G.I. Joe van, whatever.
Listen, what I want is this van and the Big Bang Theory characters driving around, picking up kids to take them to the comic book store.
Come on, kids. We got free candy. Just a big free candy sticker on the side for some great photography.
That was a hilarious episode. Anyway.
Did I have a furry, carpet back in the back, right?
No.
Dude,
so, yeah.
I've already sourced out some furry carpet for mine.
Did you really? All right. So here's what it looks inside. It's got, obviously, that diamond pattern in there. So Rick's going to totally do,
both my Star Wars fans are going to have disco balls and blue velvet walls and
somebody could buy this and do what would be funny is, you ever watch these videos where people make their tiny homes in a van? Be hilarious for somebody to buy this, like a really good customizer, Dan, and just tiny house the thing.
My whole family now is that. My mom lives in 2 different Winnebagos, and my sister now bought a trailer and a truck and moved to Vancouver Island to be close to her nephew and her son and her granddaughter.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
So it's not really van life, but it's close as you can get.
So the interesting thing is, he's not posting like when these are going to be released, but he does have a stream coming up on August 30th, and he's saying it's titled August Pre-Orders, and he's got a picture of the bread van in the thumbnail. So my guess is these are probably going to get up on the site real quick.
Yeah, so they'll go up August 31st, like our time. So probably like, a few hours earlier because he's in Asia. So they'll go up overnight while you're sleeping. And
I won't be sleeping. I'll be waiting. Click.
Yeah, August 31st, he's got for pre-order, and they will ship in the first quarter because he is already far along in the tooling process and stuff.
Very far along by these images here.
Yeah.
And then here's the black version with the armored on the windshield and without. I think that just looks cool.
And it's showing the lights and the bumpers that you get and the different mirrors with the, the 80s TV. What do you call it? The pain van.
One of each.
All right, so Dino Geekstrong has joined us.
Hey guys.
He was over there.
Oh, hey, Dino.
Lowball those guys on.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm getting out of it, Vern, from his recent posts.
Yes.
He called this one here. He called it the pain van.
The pain.
So he's upgraded from the bread car to the pain van, and I'm like, what? I officially like that name.
Yeah.
He should call that. I'm good with it. Let's roll with it.
It's cool, man. The louvers there, the on the top. Check out the interior here.
Yeah, Dino's pain van.
Yeah, man. It just looks cool.
Didn't they do the louvers in one of the episodes where the A-Team put all the armored up the truck?
When we had Ace on this show, we brought it up. We're like, hey, what about an add-on pack where you armor up the front like a forklift, and like they would take all the steel welding and.
Dean's got the prototype.
That's the modern kind of garbagey one, right?
Hey, what are you talking about?
Wow.
Garbagey one.
From the modern movie.
Yeah, it's actually from the.
No, I think that toy company went out of business because all their toys broke.
It does feel a little cheap.
Who made it?
I'm not sure. I have the box up in the attic.
Hold on, wait a minute. I'm trying to locate the 3 feet of space that Rick said Dino has left in his toy room. Where is that?
He must have put something there.
Did?
Well, it's actually in front of that window that the Noid is hanging off of. He's got plenty of space right
you
there.
just put like another shelf right across the window.
If he just covered that window right up, he'd had plenty of space.
I'm actually going through a lot of stuff and trying to make more space, especially for bins. I have like vintage collection figures that I don't really collect, Bad Batch and all that stuff. So I'm getting rid of all that stuff.
All right. So that is the ramen bread van. So let's take a count. How many bread vans has he sold between the 5 of us? And Rick, you can't see his hand, but he's got 3 hands.
Yeah, Rick said he was going to buy 3 if he could.
Yeah.
And Vern's in for 1.
Yeah.
Dan's in for 1, or Dan, you getting more than 1?
I'm going to get black and white, yeah.
Black and white one? Oh. What are you going to use the white one for, Dan?
So I'm debating. That's either going to be like a Scooby-Doo or a turtle van. Probably.
Oh, so you're going to paint it Mystery Machine?
Maybe.
Yeah, nice.
I actually really like Rick's idea of turning them into the old Star Wars model kits ones.
Oh, I have to, man.
That's a cool idea.
This is one of my favorite A-Team vans. So
okay, hold on.
That's a good
1/18th scale, but green light.
Yeah.
So basically, like 3 3/4 scale. die cast, so this weighs
Yeah.
like 10 pounds. Everything, like, the cool license.
Is that the new modern garbage one?
Yeah, that's the
Yes.
modern garbage one.
The metal garbage one.
But it works great for reaction figures that don't exist yet.
Do the doors open?
Yeah, everything opens.
I still like
the sound
my
doors?
I still like my Galoob one, the old one,
Oh yeah, the Galoob
Vintage.
one's great too. It's
the vintage.
it's after this red car, like, yeah, you can't ask for anything more than a 1/12 scale bread car.
I would like to remind everybody that I think we were the first to get a good look at that bread van when he was pulling that prototype off. When he was on, I think it was like a surprise. I was like, what is that? I think Rick was just like, stop talking about everything else and show that van.
Why are you here? And there's a van behind you, by the way.
All right. Anyways, that is the bread van. Everybody's looking forward to it. I don't know about you guys in the chat. How many? Anybody?
If I remember correctly, he said the stock ones were going to be like
99,
125 ish.
I think he said 100 at that time.
Well, and you pre-order early, like 100 or something like that. So it's very reasonable. Like, so I don't expect them to be $200. Like, prices can change, right? He's learning. But so I expect these to be 150 or less. Maybe the fancy paint version costs $25 more because it's got paint jobs. But
I'm pretty sure he's
I'm in, man. I can't wait.
I think it's that 100. If you look at his Twitter, there's some.
It's 100. Yeah, it's going to be 100 for that plain one for sure. Yeah,
that's a good deal.
Yeah. All right, and then he showed off this picture of the Ramen, which actually looks really, really cool. I was actually messaging him saying, "Is there a picture where you can stick an action figure in there?" And he just told me, "All in good time."
Good time.
Really nice. That thing looks fantastic.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool. I like the size of it.
Yeah, I think they were working on making it sturdier, like structuring it up.
He posted that picture, and somebody made a comment about the floor.
Like put rods in the floor.
Yeah, he said that wasn't him that took it. That's at the factory.
Yeah,
making it. So
yeah, that looks really cool though. So that is the diorama, and this thing is. Do you remember what he said that was going to be? 200. 250.
Oh man, no, I think this one was high.
Okay, like for the full setup, because it's like one half.
Like 3 or 4 options, right?
Yeah, one half or something like that.
So I think a good way to do it too, right? Like, if he's going. It seems like he's investing a lot of it, if any profits back into his company, as opposed to doing the Kickstarter, option on everything that he's been producing. He's I think it's working out for him.
Pumping out a bunch of.
I still wish the best for him. Like, until I get my vans, at least.
Yeah.
What was Dan saying? What'd you say, Dan?
I said, or he's not pumping out a bunch of Batman figures. Every week.
That too. 255 Batmans. The dude's got them all.
The dude? Oh yeah, he does. He has them all. Okay.
Doesn't Batman adjacent?
So the early bird pricing for these have been extended. It was August 20th, but he's pushing it to September 20th. So that's a little bit of news. I don't know if that's up on a site or anything, but I messaged him and asked him because I saw it was still set the pricing. He said, yeah, it's going to be September 20th for early bird on these. So if you've missed out and you're still thinking about it, you can head on over and still get the early bird price.
I missed out on the Desert Camo one, but I did order the Hunter.
Is that Desert Hunter the one you really want, Dan?
I mean, I wasn't really picky. I it would have been my first choice, but I just want one. I don't care what.
We can always swap. We can always swap.
Dan likes the tan.
Yeah. All right. And then coming up at the end of August, he's going to add these 2 new colors for these extra kits to match the desert color and then the black version of the tank, so that whichever color you get, you could get the extension packs.
You can get the tan extension pack for your green tank, Dan.
You could.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All
right. And then
like, you think they're really worried about being camouflage?
No.
No.
Yeah. When you're out there trying to build a bridge, yeah, you don't.
Well,
want
that's
people
why
to-
they have
you don't
green
want people to be able to see the bridge.
and brown tanks in the forest.
Yeah. All right, and then
Wow,
we can
look at
always
that.
count on McFarlane,
Oh.
right?
Look at that
Yeah.
Batman.
Somebody's
Looks like somebody squished him.
They're pretty jacked, eh, Dino?
those are weird. I don't remember that design. I'm kind of all done with that stuff, with the Batman animated series and stuff. I just don't have the space anymore.
No kidding.
Well, I don't know. Let's take a look. Looks like you might have 16
There's
inches
a little space right here.
on
On
the
the carpet
carpet,
beside
right?
that wrinkle puppy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whoa.
He'll make a purple bridge just for you.
What's weird is like these ones you're showing here. These are the McFarlane, whatever, 5 or 6 inch version of these things. But there's a couple other companies also making this exact new Batman Adventures animated Batman figures in different scales. So it's just kind of, Batman is such a weird license to see all these, whether it's Tiny Toons or Toonie Terrors or McFarlane or what we brought up earlier, that Spin Master. There's so many different brands getting in on the Batmans. But Todd still makes more than all of them.
Yep.
Insane.
All right, and then let's see.
My biggest problem with that the Batman animated figures is the box. The boxes are just too big for what comes in it. You know what I mean? That one I can understand, but some of the other boxes, it's like it's almost double the size of what it should be, and it
Almost looks like that box is too small for these figures.
Because they're jacked.
Yeah.
Well, this one I said is the exception, but most of the boxes, there's way too much empty space in it.
I
And
don't
they should
know.
all be like
Seems very
triangular.
crowded. If you were in the box collector, do you feel like they would just? I mean, would you feel crowded for them?
I am an inbox collector when it comes to this stuff, so I just leave them in the box, and again, it just takes up too much space.
I remember
Since they all
that-
have wide shoulders and really tiny feet. come in
Yeah,
triangle boxes.
exactly.
That
That
way you
Alfred
can save on
pretty
your
loose.
shelf space.
Okay, so Dino's in for this one.
Heck no.
Times 2.
No, that's probably what, $60 for that set, probably. I think they're what, $25.
They're gonna do a kick. They're gonna do a Kickstarter.
49 US on Best Buy and 69 Canadian on Amazon.
Oh, that's not bad.
Really?
That's not bad.
Not bad.
All right,
The
what
Batman
about-
figure is cool. I do like certain Batmans. This is a
Yeah.
cool looking Batman, the big square jaw.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, that one's cool. What about Cyborg here? How many? Who's gonna run out? You
No.
get Cyborg?
it's
No.
we don't see the picture, but it's a good looking photography. Like the silver paint looks silvery and his big
So I
gun
have a-
arm.
I have a question about this Cyborg. If anybody took a better look at it, because this is the only picture that I grabbed. Does he actually have a lower arm? Rick is just done with the conversation. He left. This,
I didn't even notice him gone.
he had like a spinning thing, and then he might be having some internet issues.
You hear the quiet?
Yeah. Does he have like a lower arm, or is his lower arm just the gun? And is that the only option?
It
he has?
kind of looks like on the left side of the gun, it looks like that's a hand, but I could be
Oh
mistaken.
no, that's his hand.
If he needs an extra, Sugarman has 4.
Dang, look at that guy. That guy's sick.
Oh, let me see. Hold on. Let me full screen. Ooh,
Yeah,
look
that's
at that.
cool, man. Sugar Man.
Sugar man.
Is that a builder
Pretty
figure?
looking. Yeah, it was a build.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Okay, Bender's gonna get one.
Yeah.
All right, and then oh, look at this. This is really bad editing on my part. I forgot to resize the picture.
The hood,
That's
right?
okay. It's jumping out of the screen, Vern. It's like,
I guess.
yeah, action.
Man.
This is bad. Very unprofessional. I don't know what I was doing.
This is a cool bike, though. I mean, this, and they
Yeah.
did a really good job with these pictures. I got
Who's this,
hand
Red
it
Hood?
to 'em.
The
Yeah.
red hood.
Well, it's isn't it a Nightwing version, like a red Nightwing,
Yeah. So the problem with
Oh,
these
maybe,
bikes,
yeah.
though,
Red Hood Nightwing or something? I forget his name. Really, I don't know.
I would love to get this to use with G.I. Joe or something like that. The problem is the scaling is just so bad. I had gotten one on clearance one time and tried to use it with like, it was that the bike with the bones over it or whatever. And the only figure it looked decent with was the Hulk.
Speaking of bikes, is the Ghost Rider coming to stores or no? The Ghost Rider with the bike?
I don't think so. I think that was like Amazon or something like that.
Really? Dang.
Yeah.
Amazon Impulse?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I guess that Gary's got it right. It is a version of Robin. It's Jason Todd, Red Hood. Yeah.
Gary.
And welcome, Gary.
Dun, dun, dun.
That bike is only $29.99.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Oh, that's not bad at all.
If you're in that
figure too?
No, just
I think it is Jason Todd. I think he's right. Yeah.
So here's the unprofessionalness of this, John. The figure is underneath this picture. And because I imported it as a Google Chrome, Google Chrome
slideshow thing,
I can't adjust it. So that's where we're stuck. All right, and then we got what?
See, I thought originally it was this version of Nightwing that was under the jacket, but yeah, no, it's not.
Let me see if I can just pull up
Court of Owls stuff. Is this a 3-pack?
I'm going to show you the Red Hood, John. Let's see, share screen.
My computer wanted to restart and update. I'm like, no.
Okay, so there's the Red Hood. That's what should have been in the thing. It should have been side by side.
Yeah.
eBay and Macari. What is that?
So it wasn't the Red Hood.
Yeah.
To get the
Ghost Rider.
The Ghost Rider, yeah. Is he not available on Amazon anymore?
I don't know. Let me check.
Pre-order now. You can pre-order these guys. See, we can always count on McFarlane for just cranking out some stuff, right?
I'm shocked how like, to me, the Court of Owls is still sort of a recent story. And like how much it took off and how many different versions of figures we've had from all these different lines and scales and sizes. Considering that some like Batman villains and things that have been around for 60 years have never been made. You know, like it's
right.
It just amazes
me. They're probably trying to reach out to some of the newer audience.
Yeah. Well, that Snyder run on Batman was just incredible. I mean, that was an awesome story, a group of comics, and when he introduced the Court of Owls, it just got better, you know.
Yeah, I think this, John, you want to go in half? You get this pack. All I want is the owl.
Really?
The little owl on the bottom?
Yeah, we'll split it. Split it.
All right. I think I would trade you the owl for the little snake.
Yeah, exactly. the snake will eat that owl.
All right.
What'd you put up there, Vern? All I'm seeing is marketplace sellers for that Ghost Rider.
Oh, that's what it is. I think it's the link to Amazon. So I don't know if it just gives you like the marketplace sells or whatever.
Okay, yeah. It's just it opens up where it says see all buying options. So it's got all your marketplace.
Yeah, pre-sales. I think I saw 59 when I pulled it up, so that's why I thought, isn't that right? Or it was
the first one is 59 from Sci-Fi Toys, $9.99 shipping handling.
Yeah. Oh, then that just makes it like $70. That's ridiculous. The markup.
But I think it's still in stock at Pulse though.
All right.
Hey Brian Myers is here.
Yeah, and he's doing his fantasy football team. Okay, we got the Sesame Street gang.
Yeah,
awesome.
I definitely got to get Super Grover.
I'm worried about this guy at the top. Who is this person at the top?
Worried about him. He's gonna fall down the stairs.
No,
that's Mr. Hooper.
Listen, so
yeah.
Okay, I haven't watched Sesame Street in years, but he's got a broom
I don't
right?
think it's
He's
on
out there.
anymore. Is it?
Obviously, he sweeps
is.
those steps daily, right? Obviously. But there's a newspaper just embedded onto the concrete. So, I mean,
Embedded.
what happened to him for like a month or however long it took for that newspaper to like get wet, stick to the sidewalk there, the steps, and dry so it's
And the sidewalk. I mean, the sidewalk's
yeah, I
full
mean,
of
it's a
paper and-
mess, man.
yeah.
I mean, like,
And all those leaves. He doesn't do a good job sweeping. That's all there is to it.
I did not kick Rick out.
See, Sesame Street was fantastic back in the day because when the actual actor Mr. Hooper passed away, they actually had an episode about that whole
About why he wasn't sweeping the street, but he just walked around with the
like
broom.
teaching loss to Big Bird, which I thought is really.
Is this
really
the alphabet thing, or is he teaching them the alphabet? Is Big Bird gonna run? You know, what is this word? It's the most remarkable word he's ever seen.
This
And
is
the
why
Sherlock
adults
Holmes
drink,
is cool.
to deal with their emotions.
Is Sherlock Holmes trying to capture the sun and ignite that newspaper on fire?
Hmm.
The only one I picked up was The Count. I picked up The Count, and I was going to go all in, but they're like $22 a pop.
Yeah, they're
It's
crazy,
like
right?
way too much.
Are you drinking Coca-Cola?
No, I just put water in a Coke can
Wow.
just so I can look cool, like the cool kids.
Put water in the.
Last
I put soda in a Solo cup so I could be
Last
cool.
week, I definitely told you guys that I went cold turkey on Coca-Cola, and you are not supporting me.
That's why That's why it's in a Solo
just
cup.
hanging
So
out
you
with a
can't
bunch
tell.
of Coke. I'm just hanging out with a bunch of Coca-Cola drinkers.
Hey, is that good? I've seen those commercials. Are they good?
Bubbly.
How's my audio? I don't have my mic plugged in. Is it okay?
Pretty much no, but it's fine.
You sound deep and sultry.
Yeah, it sounds good. Sounds good. All right. We can actually hear you now for some reason. We can hear everybody speaking pretty clearly. It's kind of like everybody has an opportunity to speak now.
I don't know what it is. It's weird.
I don't know. There's somebody in the chat. Hey,
internet
welcome Rick.
because it's super quiet in here. Anyways, this is the re-edit Halo Reach.
Re-edit, huh? Is
What was the original before it was re-edited?
Is that a Jazzwares?
Looks like Mondo, right?
No, it's not Mondo. It's I don't know. I just took this from somebody's thing.
Well,
looks cool.
Yeah, let me go figure it out.
It does, but I don't know any.
It was Jazzwares
like that.
It did
the
Austin Redmond tell us. What?
1/12 scale?
That's the thing is I was searching and searching. I couldn't figure out which scale it was.
It says up there, right? 1/12 scale, pre-printed action.
Oh, does it say? Okay.
Yeah.
Brian,
Under
I have
RE
that Fisher Price.
Under RE edit. Under RE edit.
Okay, this is
Awesome.
1,000 toys.
Oh.
What is Chris starting a toy company now?
What do you mean? Yeah,
1,000 toys.
1,000 toys. Yeah. Well, he might as well. He's so big.
Yeah.
He's into everything, man. He gets all the press kits to go to all the cons and all that kind of stuff. I get the door slammed in my face.
Does he get the press kits?
Didn't he go to like some of these conventions as press or something like that?
I don't know.
It's 112 and it's $205.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Well, look what you're paying for. I mean, you got like gold plating on his helmet. That's probably not even real gold plating, but it looks gold.
Yeah.
Look at the paint on it. It looks fantastic.
Yeah, they absolutely do.
Yeah, I'm not paying that.
I like the way. I actually like the
John.
articulation on that because I like the way he can kneel down. You know how often you get a figure that doesn't quite kneel right, that the leg going back, you have to turn the foot sideways, or you've got to put it at a weird angle to get him to kneel. Yeah, and the way the weapon is held in his hands. Yeah.
I wonder if he has toe articulation.
They did some really good work with this articulation to get him, unless that's like they broke the figure to get it to go that way so they can take the picture.
Here's the thing is like with the way that he's posed, I think what I would have liked in that picture, just a little bit of critique, because I mean, obviously, right? I'm speaking. So if the rifle were up like a little bit at eye level,
Yeah.
to show that
Oh,
you could
gotcha.
actually get
Yeah.
into that.
And looking
pose.
down the sight.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because that's the
no.
hardest thing that I found with GI Joes is I cannot get them into that
No, you can't.
looking down the rifle.
I don't think a weapon like that you put it up that high though, do you? Don't you just aim it like that level and just shoot? It's almost like a shotgun type of thing.
Because there's sights on like a rifle or something like that, and you got to bring it up. You bring it up here.
Maybe this is an alien and its eyes are like where his neck is.
Yeah. That's
Yeah,
exactly
have you
right.
never been hunting or anything like that?
Yeah.
No, I got my hunter's license and stuff.
So
But
you go.
I don't have the heart to shoot anything.
So you go geese and duck hunting, right?
I have been, but I refuse to kill anything.
What's it like bringing home your duck that you just shot, like in the woods, and
I feel guilty when I go to the grocery
and
store
walking past your 2 pet ducks and going, "Hey, look what's for dinner."
Yeah, feed them the scraps.
All right, let's see. Is this McFarlane? Okay, let's see. And then these are the Goosebumps. These are reissues, right?
Goosebumps?
No, these are all brand new.
Yeah, all brand new.
Oh, who's this guy in the bottom in the middle?
That's Slappy.
That's the puppet.
Flappy?
Yeah, Slappy.
Slappy.
Did you watch the was it Shudder?
Shut up.
Show?
No.
We used to watch it all the time. I have a shrunken head from the TV show. Hey, Rick.
Hey, Rick. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, it was quiet for a couple of minutes, wasn't it?
It was.
We can't hear you. You must be on mute.
No, I can't.
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah. What's this guy up in the top right? What's that dude's name?
That's the Mudman.
Oh, he's not like Creature from the Black Lagoon.
No, the top
And
right.
then-
No, the Mask. Mask is on the left.
Okay, and then the
Brown
Scarecrow.
Scarecrow, and then
Does he have a brain?
If he only had a brain.
Yeah, it's on a stick there.
And who's that
Oh.
dude down at the? Is that Dengar down in the bottom right?
Looks
Yeah.
like him.
I love the fact that they come with like the. Remember back in the day when McFarlane had the movie Maniacs and they used to come with, like the little stand with the poster.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
I
are
think
those
this is cool.
stands, or are they
They
just like go behind them?
They weren't stands. They used to go behind them and just show the movie poster. So I like this, but I think these are a little. I don't know. I won't collect them. If I saw them in store, I might grab one, but I don't like to pre-order this stuff. I like to see things in hand.
All right.
No, Ben, they're not McFarlane.
No, they're not McFarlane.
Is this Trick or Treat Studios or?
You're asking the wrong person.
Yeah, I think they're Trick or Treat Studios.
How am I supposed to know?
You're the host, man. You gotta do all the work while we just ask you all the questions.
They
What
are.
scale are they look kind of retro-y.
Yeah, I'll find out for you. Neat.
I got you. I got it up right now. Trick or Treat Studios.
Trick or Treat Studios.
Yep.
Goosebumps. They're 5 inches, so they match your Walking Dead figures.
Are they though, or are they 7?
Yeah, I don't
Well,
know.
one of them looks like he's like 3 inches.
No. That one's 5.
Dean,
on.
you still got those
Like neck of
posters?
child size.
So this is the shrunken head from Goosebumps
Yeah.
back in the day, and these are like charms.
Nice.
There's the mummy right there, and this is
How many of those do you have?
I only have this one. When my son was little, he was really into. My kids were really into Goosebumps, and we had a birthday party for him. And I bought like everything Goosebumps on eBay. Like I was buying like pillows of Slappy's head and just a bunch of like figurines and like that. This is the only one that I've saved, and all the other ones I just resold.
Is that the same era when you were charging people $47 for your 37-cent sponge for the Dagobah playset?
It was only like $6 to $8 I was selling those things for, but
At 30 cents.
no, I
It
think that was
cost me
before.
8 cents.
Are you still practicing voodoo and witchery, Dino?
Nope. But I actually bought. It was fun because back in the day we had the creepy crawler set, and back in the 70s they had a shrunken head mold that you could create. Remember creepy crawlers? It was like the Easy Bake Oven. You would put the goop inside there, and you could make little rubbery figurines. Am I on mute? Hello, is this mic on?
Nobody remembers any of that stuff. So when you ask a question and you don't get a response, it's basically
remember.
no. We don't remember.
Yeah.
None of us had an Easy Bake Oven.
I
None
have
of us-
one right under here. You want me to show you? I'll pull it
No.
right out and show you. We can actually
Oh, we want you
during
to
the
do-
episode. I can
Okay,
make
listen.
one.
Yes. So
And I have bad memories about an Easy Bake Oven because my great aunt had just passed away, and my cousin and I were in the kitchen baking a cake with the Easy Bake Oven.
I think John has a story for everything.
A
doesn't he?
stupid little
He does. He does.
cake. And then my cousin said we should make one for our dead aunt and leave it out on the table. And the
Oh.
next morning we came out and it was half eaten.
by the
the
rats.
ghost-
Oh my
The
God.
ghost of Aunt Ellen ate the
Mm.
cake. It scared us to death, and we never used the Easy Bake Oven again
Oh my gosh. All right.
because we were kids.
All right. And then just thought I'd mention that the pre-orders are ending on Sunday, 8/25 for all of the stuff from Super 7. It's the Tiamat. This is your last call to pay $300 and get yourself a vinyl, 5-headed dragon, a Vecna, and
I thought Vecna was from
Stranger Things.
Like,
and
Stranger
Google
Things.
Eyes.
Yeah, he is. But Vecna was actually a Dungeons and Dragons character.
Don't you remember
I don't
that?
most of the
Check
characters
that out.
are.
We got 2 Ricks.
Oh,
I don't
great!
ever remember coming across it.
Do you
I like,
really?
I like the one
Yeah,
on the
we
left.
do. Yeah, we have a left Rick and a right Rick. So you cloned yourself and moved to the East Coast. The clone did
I'm
anyway.
gonna keep cloning myself.
So can I ask Vern one thing? So
Yeah.
Vern, I remember a while back you actually made a video on wanting Tiamat. You actually like showed how big you would be, and this
Yes.
was like one of your grail items. So are you purchasing this?
No.
Would you?
Vern almost touched it.
If it was less,
Yes.
would you?
Yes.
How much?
3 days to make a pizza.
Half.
Half 150?
Gee.
Okay.
Oh,
It makes sense. Yeah. I see
Look,
that.
Look, the thing is, it's like for $300, it should have been like twice the size, right? Then it would have been properly scaled for that 6-inch figure. But this is scaled for maybe a 3 3/75-inch figure, which is not what I collect. So if I were to get this
Yeah.
and put it up there, they reach like the middle of this dragon's chest. It's cool for putting on like a shelf and stuff like that. It's vinyl though. You know what I mean?
Is it really? Could it fit on a shelf? Like
Potentially,
behind
yeah.
you? Like a
Like
shelf
so,
like
what
that?
I would do, what I would have to do is I would take one of these and move it
What the heck?
Oh, I
is
see.
that?
Yeah.
to get them on there. But he would take up this whole.
He would
thing
have to.
because-
He'd have to be
because this is a
sideways,
taller
right?
one.
And you probably
What?
couldn't put both wings on.
Yeah, you would have. Yeah, you would have
Stand
to
them up like a.
cant them out, but probably it would go up there.
Is that a Batman, John?
I don't know. Something, but Dad just got the post. Something just came.
Oh! Bragging camp alert!
Let's see
Bragging
what it
camp
is.
All
alert.
right.
Hey,
I
some
wasn't
bragging
expecting
item.
anything this big.
Oh,
Okay,
that's
And I'm
obviously
like, what the heck is
When you
this?
get that open, let us know. We're not going to
that's a
busy
total
ourselves.
Batman.
Okay, so anyways, that is the end of the toy section reveals. Coming up is going to be the Name It in 30 Seconds segment, but we're going to wait for John to finish opening this box. Does
It's a
anybody
box.
else?
It's a box within a box.
Oh,
I have
this is-
some items I can show if you want to.
Okay. So Dino wasn't here at the beginning. Let's let him do his little bragging camp. What did you pick up this week? Oh, he's
Let's
not even
see.
prepared.
So I just picked up the Black Manta. Speaking of McFarlane,
Dun, dun, dun.
I also picked up. I don't like Funko Pops much anymore, but I had to get Mr. Bill.
Oh,
Mr.
Mr. Bill.
Oh, I'm just
And
a
I'm
bill.
sitting here
Yeah.
on Capitol Hill.
We
Yeah.
even saw that in Canada. He's that cool.
Oh yeah, and then
Oh,
check
we
this
don't have
guy out.
bills. We don't have bills in Canada, but everyone
Wait,
knows.
Dino, is that Mr. Bill new?
Not really. He came out probably like a year ago, maybe.
So where did you find him?
I got him at GameStop.
Okay, I'm gonna have to go look for one. That's one I would
But-
pick up.
That's who they have.
Yeah.
They have Conjunction Junction and
Conjunction junction.
Super Guy, but I don't remember the Super Guy. Is he
The super guy?
the mascot of
That
Schoolhouse
might have
Rock?
been
Government programming cartoons. I don't know.
maybe that might have been like a later one.
Yeah.
I'm just a bill.
And then I picked this guy up. Check that out, man. That thing is
That's a
sick.
cool figure.
I have
Yeah.
no idea who he is, but his mouth is articulated.
Well,
And
can you hold it more straight so I can read the name on it, and I'll just
Yeah,
tell
but
you who he is.
it's too much of a glare, so I put it on.
Okay, what does it say his name is?
His name is Belly Bomb.
Okay, that's who he is.
Well, it's Adventures of Belly Bomb. So,
Well, it's
All
the
right.
Adventures of Belly Bomb.
and
There
then
you
I
go.
picked up.
Gary's Grails is wondering when you're going to start cooking your cake with that light bulb. Wait a minute. Are you in bare feet?
Yeah, well, I'm
Okay,
at my house.
Skin-colored socks. Come on.
And then I got these guys from
DJ Rex?
D23.
Nice. Push the button.
It is Rex.
Then you go. He does sound like Pee-wee, doesn't he?
I got Rex, and he does a bunch of stuff, and then I got DJ.
Yeah, that's my favorite.
Are they both Pee-wee?
What's that?
Are they both Pee-wee Herman or no?
No, just pretty cool, right? So this was the only thing I picked up from D23, and this is the exclusive one, the Rex, and this one you can pick up anytime.
No Star Speeder, Dino?
No, I tried, but I wasn't able. But I'm kind of, I don't know. I'd love to have it just to put all figures inside there. I think
can
that
you
would
see
be.
that it comes with 2 figures?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
One
Yeah.
guarded and one loose, just for Dino.
I'll send you
Yeah.
a picture of all the figures in there. Then you don't have to get one.
I
Yeah,
can
you can
display it in my
make
room.
The poster.
John,
So-
did you get? Oh, go ahead.
I
One
did. It's
thing
been
I've
Dino's
heard a lot
taken
of
way
bad
too
things.
long. So
I've heard a lot of bad things about, like, didn't Eric say, like, even like the screen? What I don't like about it is it's not the correct order on the ride. It shows like the ending, and then it shows the middle of the scene, so it's not in the correct sequence. So I'm wondering if they reissue it, are they going to fix those problems? And then
No,
Yeah.
they're going to make
New-
them worse.
are they going to make them worse? Well,
Yeah.
it would make people want to buy the new one also.
And
No.
I'll just put a big
Right.
retro collection sticker on the front.
Yeah.
All right, John has something he wants to
Ooh,
show up.
black
Oh,
tea.
we got it.
There it
Nice.
is.
Fantastic.
Got
that's cool. That's cool. Night Attack Stinger with driver.
That's cool.
Awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, very cool.
John was like, I wasn't expecting this because I never look at my orders off Amazon and see what
Yeah, exactly.
what's just shipped.
Stuff just
Question
ships
for
and
you,
it surprises me.
And Dan, if you're collecting the G.I. Joe vehicles like that too, without changing much of the box size, I guess it would change a little bit. Would it be better, and do you think it would sell better? Again, I'm thinking retail because everything is at retail, right? But like a window box, like a vehicle like that, like a window box, much like those TIE fighters did back in, early 2000s, big
The problem with
TIE
that,
fighter with wings on, but the box was like this big.
yeah.
Right?
I think the problem with that is the box would be too big because I think that vehicle is
Yeah.
not all put together.
It
Well,
no,
you just take that box and you just turn it sideways. Really?
yeah,
right?
I think you had to. It was just a frame, right? You had to
Yeah,
put the tires
Oh,
on and
wheels
everything.
on?
yeah. The
Yeah.
tires are in a line in
Yeah.
there, and they were everything had to be put together.
And
Yeah, I think-
it's already pretty big. I don't know, John. Did
Yeah,
that
yeah, but
Stinger, that Stinger box looked smaller than this one? Was that?
oh, it looks the exact same.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Look
thought
at it.
I put it back in the cardboard one, but they're probably about the same, right?
is it
No,
okay?
Oh, why,
From my
why
head-
is it in a cardboard thing?
Because I put
No,
it back in it. Because
Well,
GI
how-
Joe goes up to the house, so I have to take this to the
Oh,
house.
because-
Because neither of
Oh,
you guys
right
saw
there.
those at retail then. They're online orders.
No, they were online orders. Yeah,
Yeah, I think those
True, Dan. I'm
the
curious. To know
packaging
what-
is great.
very close if it's not exact. It's very close
it?
if not exact.
All right.
I'm old school. I like seeing stuff in the stores. I did
right,
see that Black Series 2-pack of a Stormtrooper and Rebel Trooper.
Yeah.
It's like this big. It's like such a tiny. The box is like 6 inches exactly. it's very small, and I'm like, whoa, those are Black Series figures. Because it's actually smaller than this. Like it's smaller than a vintage collection package.
Oh, Dan.
Oh, yeah, that
Really?
looks cool.
Yeah, like that
You
is a cool
remember,
way.
you remember when they did the Target had, I want to say it was a tank maybe, and that was like a whole battle scene, and the thing was like, I mean, it was the 3 3/4 inch, but I mean, I want to say the whole box was like this.
Star Wars used to do the same thing, right? They used to do the vehicles as a scene also.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
were like with that Rancor, that the background was
Yeah.
like the pit and stuff like that.
Is
It was
that
cool.
They had like
3 3/4, Dan?
box set up too. I think that packaging looks great.
And is that
That's
what you're
not a-
talking about, Rick?
That was
That's
Is
that
that
only
one.
3 3/4 scale?
Yeah.
That's 1/18th
Yeah.
O-ring scale. Cool. Yeah, it's
Uh,
because that's not that big, but I guess
Yeah.
6-inch scale would be a lot bigger.
huge. Yeah.
All
What
right.
am I compared to?
Oh, go ahead. What?
Land Speeder. I guess I got the original Land Speeder. Maybe it was a Comic-Con or Hasbro, but it was in a big window box.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Comic-Con one
And it
was.
was turned sideways to make it even like a
Yeah,
bigger
it-
box.
That Comic-Con one had some detailing that the regular release didn't have, which was kind of cool.
Yeah, I saw that one because it's such a
Yeah.
big box. I could never ship it.
That Han Solo in Bespin came with the Minoc and then the breather. That came in like a gigantic box like this big, and it was like the door of the Millennium Falcon,
Yeah.
you know, and it was so big. I think I have the box somewhere. Like
Did
You-
it spray
the
mist?
box is so big and you can't see it.
yeah, no, I think I have it put away like underneath in a shelf, something.
And
But
that's 6
eventually I'll
Didn't that
probably-
figure come with like a built-in vape?
What?
Like a built-in vape system, like it made a mist?
No, it did not. But yeah, it didn't.
Because it did. I've seen it in store.
No, it
They
did
would
not.
light up and make like a not wet mist, like a
No, it
like
didn't.
an e-cigarette did.
It didn't have anything like that in the box. I'm just telling the truth.
This is that
Didn't-
Bespin 2-pack with Han and Leia.
No,
What's
that's
that?
a different set.
Oh, okay, sorry. That's the one that comes with
The one
mist.
that I'm talking about is the because what you're talking about is a Hoth set.
Yes,
Where,
yeah, 'cause
yeah,
it's
the
more,
one I'm talking
yeah.
about is when they first released Han Solo in the
Blue and white.
Bespin outfit, and where they land the Millennium Falcon inside of the asteroid or
mask
whatever.
on.
Yeah. All right. Anyways, let's do this before we continue to talk about whatever. This is the Name It in 30 Seconds. Who wants to play today?
I want to see Dandy kick Dino's ass.
I'm doing an auction right now, so I can't.
Oh, he's multitasking.
Yeah,
So well, you can do 30-second breaks
yeah, I think so.
for your turn.
I got a
Okay,
bid going on right now. Oh,
so we-
dang, Scuba.
So
Oh, you're
we're-
going against Dan? Okay.
So it's Dino against Dan. Who is going to go first?
I guess Dan has to because Dino's on his phone.
It looks like he's distracted. Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
bidding as we speak.
Okay, so
Good luck, good luck.
everybody in the chat, pick your player. If your player wins, you're going to get your
I guess
choice.
we're picking Dan because Dino's not paying attention.
So
But
So-
Dino's also a rookie at this game, so he might be
So what
really
I'll-
good.
I
so what I'll
played.
do is, depending on who you pick and whoever wins, if your person was, so you're going to be playing for people in the chat, by the way. If the
Right.
people in the chat pick Dan and Dan wins, or vice versa, Dino, got some stuff from Comic-Con right here, some pins and some stuff like that. Or you can opt for this Power Rangers dude.
What?
All right. So
Is that Pudgy Pig?
Yep.
Nice.
All right, so let's give everybody a few minutes to pick their player because you got to pick them now. Can't pick them when the game's over. So we'll give you about
That seems
30
like-
seconds because that's what we give these guys.
Yeah,
So
Dan
we'll
for
give
the
you-
win. Nice.
Give you the end of this counter.
Jumpy picked Dino. Jumpy picked you.
Yeah, you got.
Thanks,
you got
Jumpy.
Okay, you got about 20 seconds left.
We need some theme music.
Dan. Okay.
All right. All All right, so got to pick your player before we start.
Looks like
No one
nobody's
else.
got.
I don't think anyone's heard
I'm
you or
just gonna
something.
be alone.
Yeah, that we don't have a whole lot of faith from anybody here.
You got some
Gary,
stuff.
got Dean, Brian's got
Oh, time's up.
Dan.
We'll
Yeah,
give people
If
a
it's,
little bit longer, I think.
it's
Maybe
split. It's
maybe
split.
there's
You got half.
Brian
think,
Myers.
I think Dan's got a better chance of winning.
I
He's
don't
got
know.
better hair.
All right, so
It looks like it's split. You got half for Dean and half for
It
Dan.
did, yeah.
So what we'll do is people who pick. So here's what I'm going to need you guys to go back and do. Go back and put. Okay, well we'll just figure it out when we get there. I was going to use Nightbot to do it, but everybody wrote it differently. So okay, so let's see. Hold on, let me remove that really quick. Pick your player. Your player wins. You're entered, basically, is the way we'll do it. And then
I'm distracted though.
okay, so Dan's gonna go first, right?
All right.
Okay, so who's gonna keep count?
I
And then Rick can help keep count too. Now
Yep.
here's the thing. Okay, so
Count to 4.
yeah, okay, there you go. And then 30 seconds. Your 30 seconds will start as soon as I finish reading the prompt. All right. Name as many monster movies as you can.
Come on, man. Can I get this
American
one?
Werewolf in Paris, American Werewolf in London, Frankenstein, monster movie, Godzilla. Sorry, I don't want to do the whole thing with the naming every single Godzilla, so I won't cheat with that one.
Hey Dan, so what's going on, man?
Werewolf, Creature from the Black Lagoon, the Invisible Man.
Yeah,
All right.
that last one doesn't count.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. Well, the Invisible
I
Man's
got
not a
5.5.
Okay, and then John, you have 6.
I think it was 6 because the Invisible Man was part of the original Universal Monsters stuff.
Yeah,
So
but
I
he
think it
didn't
was
say it in
2
time.
Yeah,
what do
well,
you mean?
I think we'll
Thank
give
you.
him.
Right at the buzzer. I mean,
I think we'll give him 6.
You got Bride of Frankenstein. You
All
got
right, so you got 6,
yeah.
Dan.
Son
All
of
right.
Frankenstein.
I'll try not to go
Yeah.
into the weeds with those, you know.
All right, so Dean,
Don't
as soon
Scream.
as I finish reading,
Can I have horror movies, please?
as soon as I finish reading, you got 30 seconds. Ready?
Wait.
Name as many horror movies as you can.
Oh boy.
We have House on Haunted Hill, Carrie. We have
Hey, there
The
was that one
Shining.
movie.
Jaws. We have House on Haunted Hill Part 2, American
What's the
Psycho,
part 2.
Psycho,
I think some of these could be the same answer.
Christine, The Thing.
Oh, time's up. All right.
I think he got 8. I think he got 8.
I was thinking of
Is there a part 2 to the House on Haunted Hill?
yeah.
Is there
And
a
is it
part 2
actually
to
called
Jaws?
House on Haunted
Is
Hill
there
Part 2?
a part 3 and 4 and 5 to Jaws?
The Hills
but
Have
it's just-
Eyes, perfect, nice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, The
Yeah.
Hills Have Eyes is a great one.
All right. So we did have the Mummy, Dracula,
Nope.
Frankenstein for those other
Blood
ones.
Beach,
Nope.
Bagman.
Nope. Yeah.
Bagman.
Don't
How about
Scream.
Don't Scream?
Okay.
Don't
Scream.
Don't scream.
Scream 2.
All right. So you got 8 to
The
6.
Amityville Horror.
8 to
That's
6.
the one I was stumped on. I was trying to think of that one. It costed me 5 seconds to. The Fog, great one.
Yeah, the
Oh,
fog.
yeah.
Yeah,
First one, not the.
And then there's the mist.
The Mist was good.
That was good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Crappy
All right.
ending though.
Okay.
Well, it's a disturbing ending, but
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. You ready?
I think it's a good good
Halloween,
ending
yeah.
because they
Friday the
dared do
13th.
it. But
Nightmare on
See how
Elm
easy
Street.
it is? Hold on. Dino, you see how easy it is now that your time has expired
your
and there's no
time's up, yeah.
pressure? Because you really stalled right after like the third
Well,
move.
Because I was thinking of
Showgirls.
that movie that I can't think of again.
yeah, Halloween, Nightmare on Elm Street,
Yeah.
Friday the 13th. It's like you can go on and on.
Yeah.
All right.
Man,
All right.
romantic comedies. Go.
Okay, Dan, you ready?
Plus, I'm watching the auction too.
All right. All right. Name as many TV westerns as you can.
What? There were westerns on TV?
God dang it.
Pumpkinhead, great one.
Gunsmoke.
Pumpkinhead?
Ooh.
Pumpkinhead wasn't a western.
Kung Fu count.
Yep.
Yeah.
Kung Fu's a western, right?
Zorro.
You got me. I'm not good at westerns.
I'm helping him out. Zorro. Is
Lone
Zorro
Ranger.
one?
That count.
Ooh.
Lone Ranger
Yeah.
counts. Sure.
Ranger.
Bonanza, the big bad, Rifleman,
Yeah, good one, Bender.
How the West Was Won.
Three.
That's hard too.
Three.
I would stall on that one.
Oh,
too.
Westworld. There you go. That can
Wild Wild West.
Westworld was not a
Wild-
TV show.
Yeah, it
What?
was.
What wasn't?
That was a movie with Yul Brenner. It was not a
Westworld was-
TV show.
It was
Wild
also a
Wild
TV
West?
show.
Wild
Was
Wild
a
West.
TV show.
Oh, God, yeah, duh.
No, it was.
Still a
That was a
TV show,
movie.
isn't it?
Which was?
Westworld.
Yeah,
Wild
it was
Wild
also a
West.
TV show on.
That
on,
was a science fiction show.
Yeah, it was Western. It was set
With
in
cowboys.
Western. Yeah, it was set in Western.
No, it wasn't. It was set in the future when they made
No,
fake people,
yeah, but people
robots.
went out to the old West. That's what it was. All right. Anyways, that's 3 more, Dan. So you have a total of 9. And
Yeah.
Dino,
I just need one.
you need 1 to
You
tie.
need 1 to tie,
Two to win.
Got it.
two
Win.
to win.
Please be a romantic comedy.
Yeah, I'm gonna flop on this one. It's gonna be
All right. You ready?
Western characters. I have no
Okay,
idea.
You ready?
Yeah.
All right. Name as many TV sci-fi shows as you can.
Buck Rogers, Battlestar Galactica, Star Trek.
You win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else? We have V. Starman, the TV series. How about Buckaroo Banzai, the sci-fi show?
That's a movie.
Was that a
That was a movie.
show?
E.T.
Movie.
The miniseries.
Whatever, dude.
Animated holiday
winner.
special.
All right. So what we got to do now is I got to go back and anybody want to help me figure out who actually?
Dan, I think Vern gave that one to me. He gave me an easy one at the end. Western
Well,
was pretty
just so you
difficult.
know, the tiebreaker was name as many jobs that John has done as you can. All right, let's see.
He was a Chewbacca
How many people know me? Yeah, there's one.
at an arena. He was a director for Bag Boy.
Yeah.
He was. He has a
He
YouTube
was a
channel
Sam's
called.
Ranch groomer.
Tubes.
Okay, let's
He is an eBay seller.
Yeah.
He does sell on Amazon.
Do I have an affiliate? Sure. Yeah. Okay.
He has made some appearances for some bachelorette parties.
Dressed as Chewbacca from the Zamboni. Yes.
Yeah.
Don't forget, I worked for Lego. I worked for Xerox. I worked for Half Price Books.
He only gave Dino a sympathy.
I
vote.
worked as a in fashion. I worked on a few runway shows.
Twice
so
a week.
Dan,
Hey, Dan.
with Kate Moss, actually.
Dan, you hit the wrong button.
I did.
Vern
I
keeps
just-
kicking us out.
I meant to mute myself.
I'm not kicking
I've
anybody
done
out.
that many a times.
With
Okay.
I've
Hold on.
worked
Usually
with
do it on
Calvin
a phone
Klein,
call.
Kate Moss.
Somebody
I
help
was a
me out.
guest. I was in a Guess Jeans ad.
Can you guys help me out a little bit? Am
do you
I
need?
missing
Was
anybody?
Supercon working at the Peeler Bar the other day, Dandy, when you were there with your bachelors?
So
Hey.
Gap,
Can you guys hear me?
No,
Yeah, what
I
are you
don't.
doing?
Have,
No, Vern. You have to speak louder, Vern.
Gary.
Who picked Dino? Because I got Jumpy, Gary, and Bender. Is that it?
Gary,
I
Brian.
picked the opposite of Dino.
I
Gap.
think Brian did.
Brian Meyer?
Gap.
Yeah, Brian Myers did. I think Bender said, "Who's Bino?"
You ever work in a restaurant, Super John, or slanging the pizza slices?
Let's see.
I worked at McDonald's actually.
Okay.
My
I think that was
that
it.
was
You
my-
got-
You ever work
My first real job was McDonald's. My first job was picking strawberries on a farm up the road. I worked for a guy. He'd pay per bushel. You know what I mean?
All right. Was that it? Is it just the 4?
My first real job was a
I
petroleum.
think everybody picked me,
engineer.
and
Yeah, Gap,
everybody
Gary.
and
Did I miss
Cat.
Gap?
Cat picked
Yeah,
me.
Yeah.
I know Cat
was
would
it.
have picked me anyway.
Rick-
You
Rick-
had the rest of them, I think.
No,
I totally
no,
picked Dino.
no. Hold on.
I-
Did they type anything in the chat?
No.
No, I think there was only 4 or 5 that did.
Okay,
4.
so
Pizza
with
guy.
Jumpy
I sent
Gary.
Dino a private message saying, I'm really pulling for you, Dino, but
Okay, hold on.
Did you?
So somebody has to help me out. I'm just going to tell you guys in the
3.
chat. Jumpy, Gary, Bender, and did Brian say Dino, or is Dino just
saw the
saying
name
that he
Dino.
would have?
I think Brian wrote. I'm
Let's see.
scrolling up.
Yeah.
Brian said Dano, D-A.
Yeah,
Oh,
Brian
so
said-
Dan. Yeah. So
Somebody
Dano
said
and
it.
Dino is so
You
close,
went
right?
with a sympathy vote for Dino?
There was basically only 3 people.
I
Thought
think
Dino.
Brian just mistyped. He forgot the
He put
E.
Dano. So that's half a vote for both.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or D&D.
All right. So is it the 4 or what?
I say give it to him.
Okay.
Put him in.
Well, he's saying I said Dano.
Yeah, he said Dano. Dan.
All right. So I got 4. I got 4 people.
Yeah, I think there
Now
was 4.
Rick's changed his vote.
No, that's the other guy. Remember, there's 2 of me in here.
Oh, yeah, that's the other guy. You picked the other Rick picked Dan, and the other
Okay. So I got 4
Um,
people. Gap picked Dino.
Conflict sometimes.
Oh, did Rick pick Dean too?
Oh, totally.
Did you?
no.
No. All right.
Oh,
All right,
Team
so I got-
Dandy.
So I got 4 people here.
Gotcha, Gap.
All right. How's that? Does that work? Thank you.
Come roll.
All right. How do I start this thing?
You say
Let's-
quack.
Start.
There's a start
doing
that
25
you
seconds?
actually click. You actually click that start word.
Oh, right
Good.
here. All right.
Yeah.
Here we go.
It's
You
going to
gotta
go
do-
for only
You
25
got to do
seconds.
60 seconds though. What's this 25?
It
We got to eat
doesn't
up
matter.
some time here.
And Bender is pulling slightly ahead of Gap.
I like
Who's
Jumpy's
gonna
snowman.
Jumpy's the only one who's slicked out today. Gary, Gap, and Bender
Jumpy's
got to
gonna
know
melt
that this
along
was
the
a
way.
naked race.
If that's warm water, he's definitely gonna melt.
Gap is pulling ahead. Gary's coming up from the rear. Gap is still pulling ahead, though.
Yeah.
He's got enough steam in him to win. It is Gap for the win.
Gap, you chose correctly.
All
You
right.
get a Geek Strong sticker.
Your blade will kill.
All right, Gap. Hit me up on Instagram or something.
And follow Oakhurst Studios on the Facebook now, kids.
The Facebook
Power
Now
Rangers
Kids.
guy
Is that a new show?
or
Vern is officially a Facebooker now.
What do you got there? What's the giveaway?
a collection of stuff from Comic-Con. Okay.
He's not showing it. He's just
I know.
like you get a
I don't
you get
want
a
to
Power-
tilt it because it's just gonna fall over.
You get a Power Rangers thing or a collection of stuff from Comic Con. What do you want, Gap?
An empty tip
Yeah.
bag and
Yeah.
All right.
You get stuff that Vern couldn't sell on eBay or
No, I'm not selling any of that junk on
or
eBay.
Junk. He said junk. Take the pile of stuff from.
There's some
from
pins and stuff
Comic-Con.
in here. They're pretty cool.
Yeah.
They're like GI Joe pins and stuff like that.
Yeah.
There's like,
Take the pile of Comic Con stuff.
some fans. There's a couple of like there's some comics in here. This is the exclusive cover that they were giving away at the
just
Marvel
making
thing.
sure Vern signs everything.
He said he's taking it all. See,
Vern doesn't Gap doesn't have Instagram.
Or
Give me your phone number here. Vern's phone number is. Let
Or-
me get my phone out.
well, if you're on, are you on,
You just
are
put it
you
in
on
the chat.
Twitter?
yeah.
Or,
Yeah.
yeah, just throw it in there.
put it on chat. No,
You know,
We'll
you
leave
can,
we'll
in
get
the,
it. We'll make
description.
sure it gets to Vern. Gap's got
What
it.
is it not 1-800-GO-VERN?
hold on,
No, it
hold
doesn't
on.
fit.
Did you win, Dino?
800 Hey Vern, that works.
Not on that particular item, no.
Oh man.
It was actually pretty cool. It was Amigo Planet of the Apes like playset. It had like the wagon and stuff.
You
And
can
it came
just
with a figure.
email me there.
Never seen it before. Scuba, I
You
think.
can find a longer email, Vern.
That matches up with my channel. So if you actually go through the settings on the channel and stuff like that, and it says, "Oh, email me" or whatever.
1-900 Vern Rand.
That's the email. Yeah, what you don't want to do is you don't want to have a super short email that everyone can easily guess. What you want to do is you have a super long email, and then your password can be 1111.
Yeah, that was going over actually.
Right, because otherwise, if you have a
password, the exact same thing.
Yeah, because if you have an easily recognizable email address, then you have to come up with a super complicated password. What's easier to remember?
What if you have like the first email, like 1@hotmail.com? You know, like the very first.
Oh, that would be kind of good. I was gonna change my channel name to A Ochre Studios.
Maybe first in a phone book. That's a good thing.
Right, so I can show it first in the yellow pages. All right. Does anybody else have anything they want to talk about before we head off for the weekend?
Yeah, I'm trying to finish. I've been working for like 3 or 4 days on a new video. That's why there wasn't one up on Friday. I didn't get it done. I'm still working on it today.
Oh, okay. So you're gonna finish that up?
I hope so. I was doing. I don't know if you guys saw it, but I did a recommended 5 episode story arcs to watch of X-Men and the X-Men cartoon. And I've done one. I was working on one for G.I. Joe, and it ended up being that I had 5 recommended episodes before I was done with season 1. So I decided to break the G.I. Joe one into 2 videos. So I'm doing 5 episodes I recommend for season 1, and then I'll do 5 that I recommend for season 2 somewhere down the road. But it takes a lot more to edit and put those little things together. And when I first did it, it was like 4 minutes long. So I'm trying to cut it down to like 15, 20 minutes. You know?
Yeah, I get it. You should just make it the full 400 hours.
Yeah,
and then
exactly.
You could call it Horizon.
Horizon, the G.I. Joe cartoon story.
Hey, so once again, John, what is your regular everyday how to make cup of noodles channel called?
The Super Awesome Food Show. And I did get it unlocked.
Okay, good.
YouTube unlocked it. They said they closed it because of inactivity. And I was like, I only opened it a week ago. Like, how quick do you have to use it?
You got to immediately upload something. All right. So if that's it, make sure, Gappy, you send me that email so that we can take care of that. And then we'll see everybody next week on the Toy Duo team. Oh, everybody's muted? Oh, okay.
Bye, guys.
Yep.
All right, see you guys.
Oh, stay awesome out there, everyone.
Toys.
Wait, Vern, I didn't tell you what I got coming up. Vern, I have something coming up.
Well, I asked, and nobody said anything. I guess you're out of luck.
Take care, everyone.